As little girls, we dress up Barbie, and as adults, we have an opportunity to make an impact and support women who are in need of professional clothing. Dress for Success is a nonprofit organization, and their mission is to empower women to achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and the development tools to help women thrive in their work and in their lives. I am thrilled to speak with their success coordinator of the Fort Wayne chapter, Marty Kocks-Hamrick. Hi, Marty.
Hi, how
are you?
Welcome.
Doing
I'm fine,
well.
thank you.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So can you please share more about Dress for Success?
Well, we have 160 Dress for Success affiliates throughout the world, even Rome, Japan, China.
Yes.
And so Fort Wayne is one of them, of course, and our office is in New York City. Actually, we have 4 Dress for Success affiliates throughout Indiana. Indianapolis was first, Fort Wayne was second, South Bend was third, and now we have one in Lafayette.
Wow.
So we're here, just like you said, to help ladies that come from different backgrounds to become successful in the world. And we help them. Well, I actually teach classes, which is a career class and a financial class to help them with that. And then we also dress them for jobs and interviews.
Yes.
Our program, of course, covers 65 Dress for Success referral agencies here in Fort Wayne. So we get them from sometimes a little further north, not as much as we used to when South Bend wasn't there, but they kind of cover more of the north area now. But anyway, we see these gals come in. We even take gals that are straight out of prison that come to be dressed for job interviews and jobs. If we do dress them for a job interview and they get the job, we give them 5 additional outfits.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
But Dress for Success isn't just about a suit.
Right.
It's about a lot of other things, like helping them feel much better about themselves and be empowered to go out into the world.
Go into the world, yes. And you mentioned the classes that are available to just to really learn life skills, to learn professional traits, and just to understand how to conduct themselves in an interview, how to work on resumes, how to work on the confidence to walk into a room to land that job. So can you share more about the programs and the classes?
Yes, the classes are on Tuesday at 10 o'clock for our YWCA, because we are a program of the YWCA Northeast Indiana. And so my class is from 10 to 11 on Tuesday, the career class, and we do just what you said. Help them with resumes, help them get on Indeed and some of the other networks that they can put their resume into, to give them the basis of what they need to fill out an application and have an interview and get a job.
Yes.
And then on Wednesdays, we have a financial class from 10 to 11, and that is where we teach them financial skills. Some of them have never had a credit card or know what a bank statement is or know how to use an ATM. Some of them, haven't had access to that. So we teach them, and we bring in banks and credit unions from the local area for speakers to present to them how to do these things.
Yes.
So we have an average of probably 8 to 15 ladies in our classes on a weekly basis. And if they come to A classes, either with the career or the financial, they get a certificate of
completion. Yes. That's so great. And just thinking about, I'm sure that there are a variety of women that come in, different walks of life, different experiences, and maybe some women who had it all together and then they hit hard times, or maybe some that are in their redevelopment stages, as you said, if they got out of prison or just other levels. They need that help and that push and that encouragement to go back out in the work field, because sometimes I feel it's easy to say, well, just go get a job, but you have to look the part to get the job for the part that you want.
And you have to know where to look, and you also have to know the skills that it takes to interview, because sometimes they haven't done that before, or it's been a long time.
Yes.
As I told you, we do take gals from prison, and so I could give you an example of one that was in prison for 15 years, and she came to me for clothing because she was going to be sworn in to the state of Indiana law.
Oh, wow.
In Indianapolis, and so I dressed her in a black suit and a purple blouse, and she did that, and then she called me and said that she needed some additional clothes. She had put her application in here for a job, and while she was in my boutique, she got a call that she got the job.
Oh my gosh.
She's now very successful. She's part of a huge law firm north of us, and so she's been very successful.
Oh, I love
I had
that.
another gal that came from Detroit, Michigan, a little teeny tiny petite girl. She had a very hectic life, had a 2-year-old boy, and she was coming to Fort Wayne because somebody asked her to come here. And so she came in for an interview, and I asked her if she had ever worn a suit, and she said no. And so I dressed her in a suit, and she started to cry when she looked into the mirror, and she said, I never thought I could look this good. So she asked me to take her picture because her brother was in Detroit, and she wanted him to see how good she looked.
Yes.
So I did that, and then I said, now if you want to take your things off, I'll hang them on hangers. And she said, well, my dad's out in the car with my 2-year-old. Can I go show him how I look? So she did that and came back. And I said, okay, now are you ready to get redressed? And she says, no, my interview's at 3, I'm gonna leave it on. So I knew that I had made her day.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
It is. That's what it's all about. And I love that. Thank you for sharing those personal
You're
stories. And I
welcome.
know that the community can get involved by donating. So if they have any used or new clothing that they're not using, they can drop it off at your facility?
Well, not at this point, Jessica, because my boutique and my office is out at the Hefner Center on West Washington Center Road, which is the old Hall's Guest House, and it's being remodeled right now. So I actually have no place to store clothes at this time, but I'd be willing to talk to them about a future date whenever we could do that. So, yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
You're so
We
welcome. It was
appreciate
my pleasure.
Yes. To find out more about Dress for Success, we'll have their website listed below. You can learn how you can donate and also sign up for the program. We'll be right back.